Good morning, YouTube. I'm Wayne, and I'm an alcoholic. This is One Sober to Another. Why did I introduce myself that way? I introduced myself that way because I constantly remind myself that I'm an alcoholic. Because if I don't, there's an opportunity for me to forget what's really going on in my life and what I can control and what I can't control. Drinking is one of the things I cannot control. And that's the reason we do the daily reflections, and that's the reason I have Journey with me, and that's the reason this YouTube channel is here for you guys. So, today's daily reflection for January 10th, 2021, United we stand. Let's go. All right, you beautiful people, let's get this reading on. We learned that we had to fully concede to our innermost selves that we were alcoholics. This is the first step in recovery. The delusion that we are like other people, or presently may be, has to be smashed. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 30. I came to Alcoholics Anonymous because I was no longer able to control my drinking. It was either my wife's complaining about my drinking, or maybe the sheriff forced me to go to AA meetings. Or perhaps I knew deep down inside that I couldn't drink like others, but I was unwilling to admit it because the alternative terrified me. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women united against a common fatal disease. Each one of our lives is linked to every other, much like the survivors on a life raft at sea. If we all work together, we can get safely to shore. Now that's a big deal, folks. Why is that a big deal? Because if you are thinking about recovery, or you are wondering if you should get sober, there's a great opportunity that you have a problem with drinking, which is why I am here to share my experience, strength, and hope with you. How did I really come to the conclusion that I was an alcoholic? Well, I'm not self-diagnosing myself with the disease, but I am saying that I suffer from alcoholism. It ran in my family for a long, long time, and I didn't pay attention to any of the warning signs. When my wife started not complaining, but saying that I drink too much, or saying that every picture has me passed out in it, or saying that the bank is empty again, I started to think maybe I'm the problem. I don't know what you think about what's going on in your life, but perhaps something is similar in your life. I didn't have the sheriff come to my door banging on, you got to go to AA. No. Instead, I had kind of a different alternative to where if I didn't go to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, my career in the United States Army was over. That was my mandate. And that was a mandate by my Army substance abuse counselor, who I effed over more than once. So when I got there, all these people were gathered around, and they were all sharing their experience, strength, and hope. Now, the next video that I'm going to shoot is a contradiction to that, to where a gentleman on YouTube, I'm not going to say his name, said that AA is a cult, AA screwed him over, and he explains why. I'm just going to go a little bit into detail about what I saw and how I know that it's bullcrap, and I'm going to call it out. Because folks like you need to know that Alcoholics, a group of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope, is not a fraud, is not a scapegoat, and is not a cult. With all that being said, united we stand. If we share what we go through in our lives and what drinking or drugging has done to us with other folks like you, there's a good opportunity that you're going to hear something that resonates with you and helps you to identify if you have a problem or not. Furthermore, if you decide that you do want to check out Alcoholics Anonymous, you have a little bit of insight to what actually goes on there through these videos, as well as many other videos online, as the materials that are available worldwide. Everywhere you go, you will see and you will find that could help you like it helped me. Now, I'm not here preaching, folks, but what I am saying is that it's cold out here, so I tend to ramble a little bit. Next, I changed up my environment just so that it doesn't get too boring for you guys. I came to Alcoholics Anonymous because I was no longer to control my drinking. If you've seen any of the videos in Journey with me, or, me going to rehab or anything like that, you know that drinking was out of control in my world. It controlled every aspect of what I did. And the way that I really started to curve the way I thought about alcohol was through Alcoholics Anonymous, believe it or not. And also through the counseling that I went through at rehab helped me to point out the fact that I had zero control over what I was doing, and the alcohol controlled every part of my life. That's what it is, folks. And if you understand what that means, drop your comments below so somebody else can get some of that. Because there's a lot of folks out there on their day 1, day 9, trying to do dry January and get sober to find out if indeed they have a problem with alcohol, or if it is controlling their lives. And maybe they, might find some hope in these videos. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women united against a common fatal disease. You, or someone left and right of you, have experienced someone who has died from alcoholism and or gone completely berserk, or their life is just out of control right now, and you see them all the time and you don't say anything because the sentiment is it's their life, let them do what they're going to do. Well, the true matter of the fact of the matter is that alcoholism is a fatal disease, and we don't have a cure for that disease, but we do have a medicine that we can take on a normal basis. And for me, that's Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't know what it is for you folks. And for me, it is doing my daily reflections. It's talking to you guys here on YouTube. It's sharing my experiences with those who ask for it, and just putting some of that out there anyway for someone to grab freely and to give my sobriety away to those who want it. Because I've been fortunate enough to experience a life greater than I ever thought it would be. And guess what? It's all without alcohol. And that's what this channel is all about. One sober to another. That's what I am. One sober person talking to another person. So if you've gotten any value out of today's video, smash that like button so we can pass this video along. As well as, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, take an opportunity to do that now so you don't miss out on a daily reflections or any of the videos that are in Journey with me that are explicit to my experiences. I'm Wayne. I'm an alcoholic. Life's a garden. Dig it, folks. Guess what? I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.